All right, people, sorry for the inconvenience. A lot of problems coming my way. I guess I'll tell you what I'm doing here. All right, basically, this is as real as it's going to get, people. I've been in the UFO world all my life. From the time I was 6 years old, I had just about every experience you could imagine. I was never taken away on a ship. The only thing I don't want and didn't have happen. My brother was almost taken away and I stopped it. But here's the thing, people. I've been doing this since I was 6. I lectured for a couple of years with Sergeant 18. We lectured around the United States. We showed more UFO pictures than anybody else in the United States at that time. From 1996 to 2002, we showed 5 pictures every week, new pictures we shot, him and I personally. We had some of them analyzed by top photographers in New York City and things like that. But what I want to get into is the facts that all these shows, UFO shows, I've been doing a show for 6, 7 years with a person who's one of the top abductees in the United States and the world. But again, something's been going on the past 2 months. She's been publicly out there mainstream, which is great because her story is one of the most important UFO abduction stories. But in the interim, people, the cover up of the UFO world is mind boggling. The UFO people from Ancient Aliens, Stardust Ranch, none of them are showing you anything really important. All right. As I said, from 96 on Carrie Cassidy's show for 9 months, we showed pictures every week that we actually shot. We lectured all over the United States with global sciences. Check it out, people, if you don't believe me. But in the interim, people, and why I'm doing this show right now, uh, in the time frame, I had 16 friends in the UFO world taken out. All right. One whole family. One person was put in jail for framed for murder. Uh, one's in the. Hold on. Let me try to cut this noise out. Hold on. It's quiet. And you go to do a show, and suddenly it gets super noisy. All right. Now, my best friend, who I knew since I was 11, ended up working for NASA, and he was taken out. His whole family. They disappeared within 3 days. This kid's taken out of school and everything else. But I don't want to get into that in too much detail because I'm doing this just so that I have a thing out there. John Ford, who filmed the best UFO crash in Long Island, is still in the nut house from 1996. They said he had uranium and he was going to put it in toothpaste and kill people in government, which is the most bizarre, ridiculous, stupid story ever told. And they put that out all over New York City and New Jersey when I was living there. I was going to go see him. I had friends in Timor. And we went to their house, and the first thing they said to me, don't even think about going to see him. They'll take out your family, and they'll take out you later. So I never went to see him personally, but I saw his video he shot. He sent it around the world to 4 places. It's not going to get released until he dies, so obviously they're going to keep him in a nut house there so they can keep him alive, but they're not going to kill him either, or remove him, or take him out, whatever word you want to use. All right. This is as real as it's going to get, people. I know people don't want to believe this, that, or the other thing. But what I'm going to show you today is what I shot this morning. I'm in Hawaii. I've been filming ships almost every day. All right. Anywhere from 10 to 50 in an hour. And they're not just satellites. They're doing really weird things. And I have maybe 10 people in the neighborhood all watching the skies, all seeing incredible, weird things. All right. The UFO word is real. Phenomena is a ridiculous word because the government's trying to take the awareness of UFOs and just making it into like strange information. But really, a UFO is a UFO. Phenomena is anything. But a UFO landing on your property or whatever, abducting you, that's called a UFO. It's not phenomena. People, you're being programmed over and over. This started with Truman and Eisenhower. I'm going to give you a quick story. Both of them were involved. I was born in 1952, and that was the year the wave of UFOs flew over the White House. And they decided they have to do something to protect themselves in case anything goes with that. We did have major wars, people. I don't care what anybody in UFO world tells you. We did have 3 in space and 3 on the ground. One of the most important UFO stories, his name's Phil Schneider. They ended up trying to say he committed suicide. I'm not committing suicide, people. If I die, disappear, you know why. Like I said, my best friends are all gone in the UFO world, and some of them weren't my best friends, but I was good friends with them. So getting back to the point where I'm at, I filmed this morning. I went out, I had a new camera, I was trying to play with it, couldn't get it to work. Went back to my camera that I use all the time, and I look up and there's this giant ship right above me, cruising along really slow, and I filmed it for over eight minutes. I had to stop the camera, run out, run around a tree because it was going past the tree. Then I had to run out another tree, run past that tree. So it's 5 segments. So I want to try to show you each segment here now so that you can at least see it. I don't care what happens afterwards. I don't care if people say whatever they want. It's real. I put my life on the line. I filmed this morning with my camera in my yard and then around my block. All right, people. So when people say, well, there's so many things happen, and I can't say what's happening for some of my friends because it's personal. But it's incredible, people. We're in a change. There's a shift coming. I mean, with that A1, everybody was calling it a ship. They put fake videos of Kaiku up saying that it was giving us a warning, saying it could destroy the planet if we don't straighten out, and all these different warnings and everything else going on. Fact is, it's gone right now. We have things happening. Check out, follow information on Denver Airport. Denver Airport is a UFO landing point for the U.S. government. It's called New World Order, and it set it in steel on the main floor when it was first built. They took it out about 2 years later, and put a fountain over it. But there's still a plaque up on the top floor, second floor, that says U.S. Air Force New World Order. Now, I'm not going to go into the details about it. Check out the information. They just recently found a city underneath there, even though they had underground cities going to that already. They were breaking a wall open and they went right into an alien city. All right. Now, there's a lot of things happening all at the same time. It's all going to explode. How soon? I don't know. But I'd say no longer than 3 years for it to be blown wide open, because we're going to have so many things going on. AI, robots everywhere. We're going to be in a different world real soon. I don't know who wants to eliminate what kind of people and everything else, but there's a lot going to go down. And I hope you have a religion, hope you have a faith, hope you have something to fall on when you're close to dying or when you do die. Because that's going to be much more important than anything you think you can learn or do right now on this planet. Thinking you can help somebody what? Stop drinking, stop smoking, stop killing. What do you think you're going to do? Save the world? How? Give them a vitamin that's going to cure everything? I'll tell you a quick story. Somebody we were friends with somebody from MJ12, which is real. And he offered to give us honey. All right, the honey cures every sickness on this planet. Oh, guess what? If you watched X-Files, the first movie that was put out, if you notice, it was all about bees and honey, but the bee itself and the beehives and all that. It was based on all these facts that they had then. So people, realize you don't get information that's true within 25 to 50 years later, maybe. The Army's not giving you the truth of all the weapons they have right now, and all these other countries are threatening, everybody's threatening everybody. Little do people know we have high technology given to us from Tesla. All right, people, that's for real. He gave the United States government 50 of the most deadliest weapons on this planet. A nuclear bomb is not the most deadliest weapon. There's a hydrogen bomb, proton bomb, electron bomb. All right? I mean, there's multiple kinds of bombs that do different things, but they're not the most dangerous. Now, the weapons that they're using, I'm going to say 2. The HARP system and directed energy beam. All right? and they could do a number on the planet with both of them. People, we're in trouble every which way you could imagine. Like I said, I saw two ships get blown up in about a half hour over Hawaii. Major wars in the past 40 years. There was, in space, there was 3 major wars as well. I'm not going to go into details because people don't believe anything. They believe the lies. I mean, if Trump said something, they'll believe it. If the president, ex-president said something, no, he's a crazy idiot. Whatever, they'll call him names. Nobody wants to believe anything. Just so you know, we have a government that's controlling the world. They don't care about people. The Constitution is not about people. Not poor people, middle-class people, sick people, or children. It's about rich fools. All right? And that's why there's the electoral vote, so that they can't lose their power. I mean, it was all set up for them, not for you and me. They slaughtered 50 million Native people, took their land, said they bought it. They didn't buy nothing. And then now we think we're good people. Our government system's good. The Constitution. Guns are never good, were never good. They were allowed to the white man because they were killing Native people with them. They got paid by scalping a Native person. So all the stories you hear are twisted. I danced across the United States for almost 40 years. Well, maybe 38 years, roughly. I sat with many of the elders, the few of them that are gone. One of the oldest elder, Hopi elder, and people, their stories are much different. There's stories of what really happened and things. But you don't hear anything on the news about Native people. You don't hear anything anywhere about Native people. They're still attacking them at every level you could imagine. The United Nations is their nation, but the Native nation has their nation, and they got a building set up, and they're really creating their own system. Now, how it's going to work with our government, who knows? But it's not going to be good no matter how you look at it, because they want their rights back. They want their land back. And you think anybody's willing to do that? I doubt it. So now let's get back to the point. The ship I filmed last night, early this morning, was crazy. It was the most outrageous thing I filmed ever myself. All right. I've been in Hawaii 22 years. I've been filming all kinds of UFOs all the time. But this has to be the most intense thing I ever saw. I had to run 3 blocks following it. All right. So I'm going to have to flip my camera around and show you it from my computer. But I want to put this out there, just so that it's out there, that anything happens, it's out there. All right. Now, if you can see it, I'm going to try to do it. Let's see how it turns out. Get in the camera. All right. Hold on. Let me turn this around. That's the TV. All right. Now, let me block this out. Now, these are the videos. I can't see them, but they're the videos I shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to start here. Now, I hope you can see it. Now, this is basically across the street from my house where I'm filming. All right. And it's moving. You can see it's moving. All right. And I filmed it a couple times because when it gets close to the tree, I can't film it. I can't see anything, so I'm hoping that you can see it. This is what I saw. It's moving slow. It's not a meteorite. It's not a comet. It's not a drone. And it's definitely not a plane. All right. As you can see, it's getting close to this tree here. I'm sorry because I'm moving around. I'm trying to follow it. Now, when it gets to the tree, I said I have to follow it, so I have to shut the camera off. And then run outside and run past the tree. Okay, now the camera's going to get shut off because I got to run around that tree. All right, let me just put that on hold. Okay, let's go to the next one. This is what it looked like on the next one over. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with it. But it is changing red and white. And then it's going to come near another tree. So check that out. I call it the Batman. It looks like the Batwing for the light that they shown over the city. Then it moves. And it's still moving. Okay, it froze again. Let me stop that. Okay, this is it. Again, I still say it kind of looks like the symbol for the Batman. But soon you're going to see a white dot over it. And the white dot starts following it. It's whether it was really part of it or not. There's a halo around it, but I don't think you can see it around the bottom part of it here. You see the white dot in there now? And that's moving with it. Okay, here comes another tree. So I'm running down the next block. Okay, let me get rid of that one. You can see it moving along here. This was at 5:45 a.m. in Hawaii. But here comes something else again. I ran 3 blocks to keep up with it, to fill it in between all the trees and everything else that's up there. Sorry, I can't see what you're seeing. I hope I'm close to the picture at least. I'll put it a little closer. I don't know if that's going to help or not. I don't want the image which you're going to see on the film, which is going to screw it up a little. I'll do the best I can for the spur of the moment. All right, there's another tree. Look how much light is around that tree. All right. Now this is going to be the last one. All right, that's the horizon. That cloud that you see is the horizon of, I guess it's the west shore, east shore, sorry. But it's up there. I don't know if you can see the halo or not. Now this is, you know how you film off a computer, how it gets messed up a little. But it's going behind the horizon. And the horizon turned red. Did you see that? So it was a real trip. This isn't fake by any means. I didn't go out of my way to fake this, or I have nothing to gain. But I've been in the UFO world all my life, trying to get somebody to believe me that aliens are real, and UFOs are real, and everything else along the way. But that's it. It's 5 segments that I filmed. All right. I will be going further with this because I could put it up clearer if I put the videos up somewhere. All right. Let me just stop it. All right, let me just put me back up here. All right. I don't know. I hope you got to see that. I did the best I can. I'll work on it harder. But it's just I want to put it up right now so that it's out there. Anybody wants to see it, hear it, or anything else, what I did and what was going on for real. All right. I've been in this my whole life, people. I don't do this for fun. I don't do it because I get friends, because most friends think you're crazy. People, the closest people around me think I'm storytelling and it's not real. But I had pictures all my life. When I was with Sergeant 18, I have a photo album of all the ships we shot and things like that and showing them people and stuff. But when we lectured, we showed 5 pictures every day. When we did the conference, we showed as many pictures as we could. But nobody harassed us. When we went out to a certain place where Tesla used to work, weird stuff there. It had to do with the Philadelphia experiment, opening up a vortex and things like that. It's really complicated, but it's real and it's really happening. So people, what I'm going to tell you to do, my time is between 4 and 5:30. Basically, an hour before sunrise and an hour after sunset is the best time. I mean, I stay up all night most of the time. I see 1 or 2 ships in the night, but early or like late at night, before the middle of the night, I always see a lot more stuff happening. I have videos of ships blinking at me 100 times from one spot and then move a little. I have ships. The only one I didn't film, which was cool, there was a yellow ship going by. I hit it with a blue laser. It turned blue. And then I took the laser away, turned back to yellow. I hit it with the blue laser again. It turned blue again. The third time I hit it, it just disappeared. Now, people, whether you want anything, I have a book about how to see a UFO. It's a manual. Anybody want it, I'll send it to them. Hawksblood1AOL.com. But basically, they do have the ability to see and be aware of what you think and feel. So if they want you to film them, they'll let you. If they don't, they just don't. Many times I was filming a ship and it just disappeared the second I got the camera on it. All right, I was in Hilo, Hawaii, downtown, going to the bank. The bank was closed. I come out. This giant triangle ship came out from the back of the mountains right above my head. It was the most noisiest thing and was gone within 3 seconds into the sky. I went into town, which is only a quarter of a mile away, and asked anybody see it or hear it. Nobody heard a word. Nobody saw it. But both my cameras froze when I went to take a picture of it. All right. There's many things happening right now. The UFO worlds are going to explode. Whether people want it or not, it's not up to them to decide, and it's not up to the government to tell you when it's going to happen. And it's no UFO person, no psychics going to say, okay, they're coming tomorrow. The Galactic Confederation's probably one of the most evil groups out there in the UFO world. Then you got Ashtar Command. You got all these people saying, oh, the aliens are going to come take us up and do this. And every time they say something, oh, it happened in a different dimension. I mean, then when you go to Ancient Aliens, my co-host is friends with all those people now because she's lecturing around and becoming pretty well known, which is good for her. We were together 6 years. We did a show every week. So, but now she's getting famous, which is good. But fame corrupts people. 99% of the time, money and power corrupt somebody. Fame is part of power. And once you think you're big, good, or whatever, your story is important. No story is important in this physical reality. All right, why am I doing this? I got to do something before I leave. I'm a writer. I just put out a brand new book. Here's my business card. You'll see it backwards. All right. It's the forbidden, undeniable truth about the true Jesus. All right. Now, it's not a religious book. It's about the truth of what went down when Jesus was alive, what he did, who he was, and what he left. All right. Mankind twisted everything. Ancient history, like Zechariah Sitchin, who wrote about the Anunnaki and all those kind of stories. They're all twisted stories. I mean, when the Pope came out and said Adam and Eve was a fake story, I mean, who do you want to believe? Who are you really going to trust? Don't trust nobody. Don't trust me. If you can't experience it, can't prove it to yourself, it doesn't matter, does it? Because on your dying bed, you're going to be sitting there saying, well, Joe Schmo told me this. So what? You're going to go where he told you you're going to go? Do you really think you're going to be around your family? Well, I have visions. Visions are created by the mind. I'm going to go into a couple things. If I was going to do it short, but I'm going to add some more stuff to this, whether you want to hear it or not. All right, I'm not here to please people. I'm only here to put the truth out. Until I'm gone, I'm putting the truth that I know out. Everybody has a truth, which is probably useless because it was based on programming and writing and stories. If it was based on all experience all your life, then it's truth, and it's probably true to the world. All right. So when we talk about truth, and I'm going to tell you, I started when I was 6 years old. I saw my first alien at 12, but I saw my first ship come and abduct my brother at 6. I saw my first Bigfoot when I was older, about 45. I was right next to it. So all these things are real because I saw them and I proved it to myself. But you don't have to accept that. People want to believe Bigfoot's real and things like that. But when you stand next to an alien, your life changes. You can no longer tell yourself, well, I'm making this all up. Unless you're doing drugs or something else like that. But I filmed and got to see over a couple thousand ships in my life already. And I'm filming 10, 20 a day in the morning. Something's going to happen soon. There can't be that many ships in the sky and nothing's going to happen. I mean, I'll see a ship coming along, then 2 come along like this, both sides of it, shoot out like that, and then that shoots up like that. Is it a drone? No. Is it a plane? No. Is it a Russian satellite? No. I have a ship over the past 6 years. Once every couple of days, this light ship will blink at me like that. One spot, and then just disappear. All right. One time it blinked at me 125 times. I thought I filmed it. My camera was frozen. All right. Way back when I was doing my UFO stuff with Sergeant 18, we went up to a vortex 5 days a week. Every other day we went. All right. We usually leave about 8, come back about 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. We film about 1,000 pictures a night. First we were using film and then we went to digital. It was way too expensive to film. But again, we have more pictures. We had a big fight a couple years ago. He sold out. Now he's in a totally different space, but he has money. But again, we were real. As we lectured around the United States for global sciences, we took people at night. We were the first people to go public about ORB, orbs, which is all over New Jersey right now when they're saying blah, blah, blah. An orb is a spaceship. Now, the difference that you need to know about aliens and interdimensional beings, aliens need a spaceship. Interdimensional beings do not. So they say, well, that's an alien. No, that's an interdimensional being. Well, they don't have to drive around on a spaceship. So when you see a ship, it's an alien, okay? And when they go through the wall and then they're going on a ship, it's an alien. There's certain spiritual, psychic, not spiritual, wrong word, psychic abilities that we had a few of in our generations. In Atlantis, we had 32. Now we have 3. And usually very, very minute. All right. Now, people want to say they can do all this and that, even people in the UFO world. I debate anybody, live, offline, any way they want about their so-called truth. And how can they prove it? Somebody says they can claim they levitate a piece of paper. I said, yeah, really? If you can levitate a piece of paper, levitate a car. Well, that's harder. No, it's not. You know anything about the physical structure and nature? I studied psychic abilities when I was 16. I became a high priest. I learned 30. There's 32 psychic abilities. The 2 I really wanted, I never learned. But they're all real. But they cannot be used wisely in this time frame. I learned the hard way, but I didn't hurt people. I mean, I learned hard enough doing what I did. I mean, if I was hurting people, I'd probably be not in this life anymore. But again, they're real, and when people claim they use them, they're not telling the truth. But Santeria is real, voodoo is real, but there's a lot of things that go with that to make it real to a person. All right, I live in Jersey. At that time, Santeria came in, and they were killing people, putting heads in hotel rooms and fingers, and putting dead roosters and birds in front of the schools. When the kid was bad, they gave him a punishment, and they would throw spells at the school. I worked in people's houses that were Santeria priests and stuff. They said they put spells on people in for people in the mob that go into jail. I mean, they use it wisely for their things that they do, and that's been a long time. That was when I was very young. It started. Jersey became one of the highest places for Santeria. All right, they were buying out the churches, and then all the Jewish people moved out, and the Cubans and the Puerto Rican people came in, but Santeria came in with that. They're not working with aliens. Now, there's another word that's very important: deities, and they're just as real as demons, entities, spirits, poltergeists. All those words are real. I work with every one of them. Not most of them, not in a friendly way. I did exorcisms. All right, and that's real. The Pope hired 1,000, the last Pope, not the new one, to do exorcisms because they couldn't do them. If you think an alien body possessing a body is going to listen to something like, in the name of Jesus be gone, then this alien's going to leave? Well, believe it or not, at some higher level, most aliens have to obey that. Not that they do what they say, but they have to drop whatever they're doing. And I can tell you, one of the first families that really went public, and the woman was killed by the government, and the husband was alive, and he said, I can't do anything anymore. But basically, a ship came, abducted the mother and the child. And she was screaming in the name of Jesus, let me go. And they put her on the ground. She died of a heart attack. All right. But again, they don't have to do it the way you want them to do it. But the aliens have to listen at a certain level to certain things. And no entity, no demon could say they are God. Not one of them can. Some people say, well, I'm with God. Did it say it's God? I mean, they'll say, I'm everything you want, I'm all you call for, or I'm all you need, and all those kind of phrases, but they cannot say, I am God. No alien, no entity can say that. Not in the inner worlds. This physical world, anybody can say whatever they want. But when an angel, a deity, demon, anything comes to you, you challenge them. And you can determine whether they're real or what, or bad, which is two separate things. But in this world, the UFO world is growing incredibly fast. It will be a new world by the 2030. The New World Order is prepared for it. All right. UN Agenda -30 is prepared for it. Trump is not. Other countries are not. Russia did tell Putin, people, they're working with aliens. Putin told Trump that directly. He says they're working with many, but 2 of them want to destroy the planet. Why would Putin say that? Because we are at war with aliens. There's no good aliens. They never helped us. Pyramids were never here built to help mankind in any good way. And Ancient Aliens goes over and over and over. What, 17 years now? Well, pyramids could have been built by aliens. Could have been built by aliens. They don't want to talk about giants much, which the book of Enoch was in the Bible and they took it out. So again, people, if you want to listen to lies, if you want the truth, you better start looking for it. You want to see a UFO, you never saw it, go out at 4 o'clock in the morning. Make sure you can see the sky clear. And don't just stare at a star. I had better lighting when I had the light out. Maybe I should put it out. But when you're outside, just kind of stare at the whole sky. Don't stare at one little thing, because then you'll see something start moving and things like that. And it's a lot easier to see more. Even when I'm filming something, I don't see the other ships until I'm looking at that one on when I'm watching it, when I recorded it. And then I'll see these other ships going like this and this and this and every which way under the sun. But there's so much action going on. And you could buy a cheap night vision camera for about $110. And you'll be able to see everything in the sky, which is cool. I got a $500 one. I can film anything I see, anywhere, anytime. So it depends what you really want to do. But if you just want to see things, you get a cheap night vision camera, you'll be able to see them. All right, because I got 5. All right, but I use one more than any other one. I don't even use half of them at all. And I'm ready to sell them because there's a new camera coming out, people. It's only $550. It's a micro telescope camera. So it's not a telescope. It's really a camera with super lens, zoom lenses. You can film the galaxy. You can film the moon. You can film everything with it. So if I could ever come up with $550, that's the next thing I want to buy because I could film a lot more stuff and put it out there. I'm at the point, anything really good, I'll put it out. I don't want to just show you little ships going by this way, that way, coming this way. I mean, it's cool because it's not a satellite. Anything ever stops. You're looking at something and it stops, it's not a satellite. If it goes this way, it's not a satellite. All right? A comet and a meteorite and a shooting star are words. But you'll see many things that aren't any one of those things. Now, if you're going to see a shooting star, it comes from here because something blew up and shoots that way. All right? And when a comet and a meteorite is going around, you're going to see it go across the sky. But if something goes bleep, like a little bleep there and a little bleep here, it's not a things because it's not coming from an original starting point. Well, you can't see it, and you can't see where this next point where it's going. I mean, sure, you'll see nice shooting stars with tails and everything else, but that's different. I saw giant balls of light when I was with my friend and his girlfriend. Balls, orbs for another word, but they were like maybe the size of a trailer. Green, yellow, and red. Crash into the ground. Not a mark on the ground. Ships, UFO ships, can go through ground. They don't have to go bore a hole or go into a hole. They can go right through the ground. All right? The same way they pull a person through a door or through a house, whatever. When the Eldridge, if you read anything about the Philadelphia experiment, when that disappeared, it went back in time and forward and all that. But Tesla was on the verge of showing and proving all that, and he did. But people don't want the truth, what really happened. They try to cover it up. So Truman and Eisenhower created MJ-12. Ask anybody if they know anybody on MJ-12. I did. He is now dead, so I can't get him to say anything or bring him out, and he won't. He was allowed to bring out so many things, but he put the wrong thing out, and they killed him and his family. People, I'm not making this stuff up for entertainment. And I sure don't want you to say that this is all a lie because I put my life on the line. I've been doing this my whole life. I'm 73 now. And I started at 6 years old. And I don't make money. I'm not rich. I don't have a lot of money. So I'm not doing it for that. And I would never do it for that. The same as I'm writing about God and Jesus. Not for money. To put the truth out there. On this planet, right now, there's roughly 2.6 billion Christians, 2.4 billion Muslims, 1.6 Hinduism people. All right. Now, they each have their own religion, their own God, their own way of living life. Okay. But do any of them know a God or react and live life for a God? And if it is, what kind of a God is that? An alien God? The Egyptians, the Mayans, the Aztecs, Zumi, all those tribes, they were following aliens. They weren't even following angels. Angels aren't teachers, but they were following different kind of alien races. The Aztecs, look at what they did. Look at the Mayans. Look at the Egyptians. The hieroglyphics in the Egyptian pyramids prove they don't know anything about reincarnation. And they were trying to immortalize the body so they come back and all that kind of stuff. It was all twisted stories they were fed. Sacrificing people for a reason? There's no such reason, people. No good reason. Well, I know people don't like to listen to the truth, but anybody that is listening, if you do listen to this, I know you're not going to listen to the whole show. Because people get bored of truth. They'd rather hear some fantasy story of make-believe land and everything's good. Nothing's good right now. No matter what religion you follow, no matter who you think you're following, we're in trouble. The world's in trouble. A couple facts you should know. The sun has a crack in it. Recently, I saw it with a telescope. I couldn't get my camera to line up, and I'm selling a telescope. I fed up with it, but it looks like a black lightning bolt going across the side of the sun. And I mean, you could always see the black spots on the sun. All right, but that's causing a serious problem along the waves that are hitting our planet. Radiation's hitting our planet greatly. All right, on top of everything else. And all these UFOs have something going on. The ones that go inside the ocean, the ones that go inside the mountains. When I came here, my friend I met, he says, I'm going to show you some videos of ships going inside the mountain, the volcano. They were blurry. He wanted me to do a movie on it. I said, they're too blurry. Nobody's going to want to see that. But he shot them, and they were real. So, people, don't deny everything. I mean, there is a serious problem with AI. And I don't know what satisfaction people get making fake videos. Say, this is a fake video. Okay, and then we know it's a fake video, and it's stupid anyway. But when you're trying to make something totally outrageous, which is fake, it's sad because you get people to believe it. And if that gives you satisfaction, you'll pay for that sooner or later. Anything you do wrong is called karma, and you'll pay for it. And it doesn't mean this lifetime. And don't think because you're dying, you said your prayers. People, you're so programmed by people, never mind aliens. Most of all the ancient stories of the aliens and giants and everything else, all right, parts of it are true. I mean, David and Goliath in the Bible and stuff, that was the only one. All the rest of it was taken out about the Enochs. All right. So why do you think they make pyramids so big? For some little guy, this big people walking around in there? To do what? And he sent lightning bolts up through it and all this baloney bull stories that you believe in here and all that kind of stuff. But I'm against famous people. I'm against rich people. Ancient aliens, I was listening to that, trying to follow it, and hear the same stories over and over for 20, what? I mean, I think it was 17 years now. All right. And then now the Skinwalker Ranch. There's so much stuff more going on there, and they can't say it. Now, Bigelow, Mr. Bigelow owned that ranch. He was told by an entity to leave, and he did. I can show you a set of discourse books he sent me personally. I don't even know why. Gold-plated, the box is this big, it must have weighed like 30 pounds. It is complicated. It's about all theories, and not theories, but all testing done on psychic abilities and psychic things and all that kind of stuff. Because there was a lot going on in the Skinwalker Ranch that they're really not talking about. Especially that there's a ship under there and all those kind of things, which they can't pull that out. The government's not going to let them. And they always end before they show anything important. Why is that? I mean, yeah, there's ships over them all the time. I'll give one other quick story. John Ford. No, wrong person. He's in a nut house. All right, John Edmund. I made him come out. He said he killed 18 grays. All right. And I went out to his ranch and different things like that. And we filmed aliens out there. And then he was killed. But he handcuffed his wife to the bed so she didn't get abducted. Not that that would really help. I mean, all the things he did was wrong, and I tried to help him. I was going to open a training school out there and everything, but it all went down in tubes. Lots of things happened. He brought out psychics to chase some things away, but he wouldn't chase everything away. I said, get rid of all the spirits. You don't need them here. Oh, well, if we get people to come, people don't need to see that, and there's no reason for them to see it. If you're trying to teach them something important, you don't need to show them something negative. I mean, you say, yeah, there's negative stuff out there, but we're not going to go read all about that, so we don't have to learn the good stuff. But people, again, my name's Tommy Hawksblood. My last name, Sinisi. I've been in this for this show. Been doing it a real long time. All right. PJ is a person I might be doing a new show with. I did a show with her for 12 years. She worked at Area 51. Her husband worked in Area 51. His story was incredible right before he died. His last words, he told us what happened, and he said it over and over. But, and just because you're dying doesn't mean you have to tell the truth and make everybody believe the truth. But again, people, I've been in this a long time. I saw 99% of the people are liars and storytellers and zero proof. Well, when I was at Sergeant 18, we went out at night. We were seeing different kind of creatures every night. So it was all real. But I'm sorry, we split up. And my other good friend, Sean David Martin, died. He was put in jail, false charges, and they tortured him, did all kinds of things until he was dying, and they had to let him out, and then he died. But he was a top psychic in the United States. He prophesied 9/11 1 year before it happened in detail. So I know he's friends with government people and stuff. It was all inside, no matter how you look at it. And nobody knows what really happened. Nobody will talk about what really happened. Oh, but Putin told Trump, I want you to tell the world what really happened at 9/11. We'll see. I mean, he didn't do anything while he was president, and that's when he told them to tell everybody what happened. I don't know what Putin cares about that, but Trump thinks he's friends with him, and he comes and goes as being friends with him. Now, Musk is another two-sided person, but we're in trouble. Trump wants to go to Mars. There's no reason to go to Mars, no reason to waste our money going to Mars. We're spending money on incredible. United States government built a spaceship. It's done. It cost $44 billion. It has a lot of the weapons Tesla created. All right? I guarantee they'll be able to take a country out when they have to. Whether that's going to be good or bad, it doesn't matter. It's probably not going to be good at any level. But when people like China said they're going to be friends with us, and Trump comes up, they created a barter. They're going to lower the tariffs for both, like down to $10, $15. I said, really? And China said, we'll never have a war with you. Really? They're building armies in the ocean everywhere. Why would they be doing that? Why would you keep building more armies if you're not planning on having a war? Just in case I want to take over the world. But again, people, you hear lies constantly. 90% of everything here on TV, see is a lie, twisted, made up. The YouTube world is so pathetic. I mean, there needs to be laws. People can't imitate other people. Miku Kaiku, all his videos are fake. I mean, Gail Gardot, all her sites are fake. I mean, all these things are fake. And people think they're talking to him. Then some of these people ask for money. And stupid people send them money. I almost did. I really thought I was talking to somebody for 3 months. But then all of a sudden, well, you got to get one of my ID cards, or you got to get this, that, or the other thing. It's baloney. People, we're in trouble. And aliens aren't going to help us. There's no such thing as good aliens. And I've just dealt with a psychic today. Well, she's working with all the good alien races, and that we're going to have change, and don't go to the triangle ships because they're the Galactic Federation and they're trying to abduct people now. You can hear stories over and over by different people that claiming all kinds of things. But until you can prove it to yourself and it matters to you, it's really not that important. But sitting there saying, this book says I'm going to do this, this, and this. When I die, I'm going to be with my family. Why? Why would you want to be with your family? Because you're with your family, what, 60, 50 years here on this lifetime? You had many lifetimes. You had many families. Do you care about any of the ones that you left? So why would you care about this one when you leave? And you're not going to come back to it. You can't. You'll be a different age. Or come back as a child, but they won't know who you are. People come up with these twisted ideas and twist and mold stories into their liking to make it fit their ego and what they want. God is not what you want it to be. Neither was Jesus, people. My book, again, it's backwards. Forbidden, undeniable truth about the true Jesus. All right? Now, this is my whole life. I'm aware of all my past lives back to Atlantis, including with Jesus. But the truth is, the Bible doesn't have it. No book has it. The Ranches and all these books were created by man. And man knows very little about God, death, reincarnation, and all those kind of words. They put what they want in there. Oh, I'll come back as one. How many people today know what they were in all their past lives, or any of them? There's a lot of children being born now aware of their past life and can go into detail about it, which is really important for them to become aware. But it's still not at a spiritual level. Becoming aware that you were here in another lifetime doesn't make you spiritual, people. Death experiences don't make you spiritual unless something happens in it. I had 5 death experiences. Each one was a greater step than the one before it. Experience the higher realms of God is the only thing that's super incredible. And once you experience it, nothing can replace it. For real. All right, people, I want to put this up. If you're inclined, send this link to everybody you know. I'm trying to get it out. The truth needs to be out there. But the video I put up, I got to look at it. I hope it came out. I don't know what you saw or not, but I will work on it to make sure that you can see it a different way. I got to probably link them all together and make it into one video and then put it up on Reels or something. But even Reels, I don't like Reels. You only see half the stories on there and stuff. It's being programmed at every level is so ridiculous. There's no saying you can just watch a whole thing, hear the whole truth, and not watch 50 million commercials. They don't care what you think, see, or whatever. They just want you to buy more things. All right, people. Tommy Hawksblood here, calling from the Big Island of Hawaii. I am only responsible to God, nobody else. My truth is based on what I experience from God. Not storytellers, not mind readers, not psychics. I worked with many of them, and not any of them could really help me. In any way, I had a question. Can't get it answered. I went to a top psychic in New York City, $50 for 1 hour. No, not an hour, even a half hour, $500. And the first thing she said to me, I can't answer your question. I said, did you usually ask it? She goes, well, no, I know I can't. So, psychics are psychic to a certain level. But do they know the great knowledge of why you're here? Why you're here? Only you know that. And if you can't figure that out, nobody else is going to tell you. You're not here to save ants. You're not here to save bears. You're not here to save people. You're not here to save children. You can get involved with doing that, but that's not why you're here. All right, you've been here many times, and you're still coming here. Why? It's so beautiful. So many cars, so many women, so many children. Doesn't it get boring to you? All right. I'll be doing shows every week. Now, I don't know if my co-host, Tina Bird, pull up a site, check out her stuff, is going to come on. Her book's really important about abductees. But she was abducted and has more proof of it than anybody else out there. And the government's even hiding her truth. So read her story. It's incredible. And the only reason why I had her on my show, because I trusted her. I don't listen to people that lie. I don't bring people on that lie. She wanted to bring different kind of people on. And I said, no, if they're not true to me or true that I know, I don't want them on my show. I don't have many people, but I don't care. I'm just doing it to put the truth there. Saying if you want it, you can find it. If you don't want it, you don't got to look for it. But till next time, peace, happiness, whatever you want in your life, hope you get it. But we're in trouble. In serious trouble every which way. Water, air, food, people, drugs, government. It's all messed up, people. Aliens aren't good either. And they have a field day. Read Revelations. Not that it's religious, spiritual, whatever word you want to use, but John wrote it, and he was right on. But he tells the Christians what sins can't be forgiven, if they think they can get forgiven for sins that they do, which is another fallacy. Jesus didn't say, come to me and I'll forgive you for killing somebody or abusing somebody, or none of that. None of that happened. People, man creates his own protection, real or not, and it's not. Why? Goodbye. Till next time. Rev.Hawksblood. Peace, love, passion. Hope you get something out of your life. Don't stop until you get what you truly want, and make sure that's what it is. Till next time.